Alright guys, welcome to our newest Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl Wi-Fi battle and the first time of using a script. I have a match versus Alto that I met off the Battle Hub Discord server. The link to that is down below in the description if you want to battle myself or anyone in it. Alright, this is the last team to send off for the Walrein team, good old Jocko. Looking at his threats, Garchomp could be Yachi's Scarf or Life Orb, Togekiss could be flinching things to death with Choice Scarf, Swampert's going to be setting up rocks, Latios to defog. Scizor, terrifying with Swords Dance, Choice Band. And Infernape, well, that's a whole different ball game in and of itself. Could be Lead, could be Choice Band, could be Choice Scarf, Life Orb, we'll just have to find out. I'll be leading off with Mystique versus this Scizor. By the way, guys, can we give an amazing shout for the new quality and the amount of time that Angel of the Night 091 has put into the help with everything that I'm doing right now. Thank you so much, man. Like, literally. So we've got the Scizor here. I'm predicting him to swap immediately. So I'm going to go for the Ice Beam on the super off chance that he does swap out. But it's fine because I'm actually faster than this Scizor. And this Swords Dance is terrifying. I was like, oh my god, Bullet Punch incoming. Maybe U-turn. Probably not U-turn, but I do have the super effective Flamethrower. And luckily, we not only outspeed the Scizor, but because I went for the Ice Beam on the first turn, maybe he thought I would just set up Stealth Rocks there and maybe didn't have the fire coverage. You assume incorrectly. And Scizor gets barbecued, so that's fantastic. That's a Swords Dance threat out of the way and something I don't have to deal with later. Also, I forgot to thank him for that Pokeball animation for the like, so go ahead and hit that like button. And as always, guys, let me know what you think of the content that you're seeing, and if you like the music that we're kicking in today's show, you know to drop a comment down below and let me know. Alright, so Garchomp Jaws comes in here, and I was like, alright, Earthquake. Decisions, right? The easiest decision in the history of decisions. I'm going to go out into Mr. Snow Miser once again based on that Christmas song that I'm not going to sing for you guys. Maybe I will one day when I do this for a living. We'll see. Mr. Snow Miser is going to come in here. If he goes Stone Edge on the Switch, then props to him for being an incredible player. But the Fire move and the Stone Edge, really, he's just going to go for the safe Earthquake. And even though I'm not specially defensive, I do stomach that right at above half. Even though I am specially defensive Abomasnow with my natural defensive capability of having that resisted to the ground type. So what I decided to do here is to swap. I do have the Ice Shard, and I know he knows that, so he's going to swap out into something that can definitely take the Ice Shard. I don't have the grass coverage, so Swampert is a very interesting switch to Abomasnow, but I will just go directly into Cloned here. This has two purposes for me. This is a couple turns of hail damage to the Pert, and Pert's a generally bulky kind of guy. I can set up Stealth Rocks, and because I am a mixed special attacking set, which I know he has seen on my previous video to have Ice Beam, I'm hoping he won't predict me to have the Energy Ball as I get yawned here. But I've already set up Rocks, and I get the opportunity to take out this Swampert with Energy Ball plus 2 turns of hail damage and got up Rocks. So, I'm completely okay with Mew falling asleep. So, down goes the Pert. By the way, guys, if you are interested in the team that I built around this, that is also down below in the description. At least the base team that I started with to put Jocko into it, I just swapped out a couple of little things here and there in that team, effort values and stuff like that. But that Pokepaste is down below in the description. I've already cleared my friends list for Scarlet and Violet, so if you're interested in adding me to that, let me know in the comment section down below, or I will leave the Switch friend code. I don't want to just add randoms, because come Scarlet and Violet, I'm going to want to be adventuring with you guys in co-op mode. So do let me know if you do add me so that I don't have wasted slots. Thank you so much for that. Alright, so when it comes to this Garchomp to a sleeping Mew. Now the problem here is I don't want him to SD, but he goes straight for the Outrage, and I'm trying to see what this thing... I didn't pay attention when he went for Earthquake. He looks to be choiced in some way, whether that be Scarfed, Banned, etc. But I have Choice Scarf Porygon, and if you guys have seen the thumbnail, this guy's coming for you. So I get a special attack raise on the entire team. We got the special attack raise, which is fantastic, but I am locked into the Ice Beam, so he can just swap out to the appropriate check and deal with my Porygon-Z that way. I do have to keep in mind that a Mach Punch Infernape with Iron Fist is probably in the back smiling right now, waiting for this thing to come back. And that's exactly what I'm thinking, because he swaps directly out into it, and he knows I'm Choice Scarf. So I have to decide what to go into here. Really the only play I've got is to sack Mr. Snow Miser at this point, simply because I get the hail back up, which is double recovery for Jocko between leftovers and Ice Body, but also I have nothing else to sack. I was hoping he'd go for close combat because now those defenses is going to be a really good switch in for Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen just has any attack from this thing, and in his Light Orb, hoping that we don't get a crit Flare Blitz, because that would be really, really bad. Looking at my, this thing gets ravaged, okay? And Bullet Punch from Technotop is not going to finish this deal. So I go into Mystique, and Mystique has got to take this Flare Blitz. Pretty please, Mystique. You're one of my favorite characters in X-Men. I need you to take this Flare Blitz. I need you to take one for the team. If it wasn't obvious, though, we will not be in Snow Point Temple for our next battle. Alright, here comes a Flare Blitz, and we limit on 57. Very, very nice, Mystique. And because we have those defense drops, Earth Power is enough to finish this Infernape and get this threat completely out of the way. So fantastic for that. That is another big threat out of my way. Mystique, you have done more than what I need you to do. You have predicted the first turn, and then gone for the Flamethrower to barbecue the Scizor, and then you beat the Infernape in a 1v1. So you've done everything that you need to do today, so you get to call off the rest of the day for work. He's going to bring in Serene, and I'm like, oh god, here comes some air slashing shenanigans. But on the bonus of this, there's Stealth Rock damage and 2 turns of Hail, one on this turn and one on the turn that I swap back in. So I'm okay with Nidoqueen going down here because I do still have the Choice Scarf Porygon-Z, which once again, it's coming for you boys. So here comes Choice Scarf Porygon-Z. I just got to decide what I want to lock myself into, because I've got to make sure. I think Latios is in the last slot, which is why I decide at the final moment here to go for the Ice Beam. I was debating Thunderbolt. It is a 3-2-1 game right now, but keep in mind, this is a flinch Togekiss. And if this is Scarf, this outspeeds my Porygon-Z, which is terrifying with Serene Grace Air Slashes. But hopefully he's not Scarf. Hopefully he's like Pixie Plate or something. Retro, they don't run that, and that's not in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. So, no, they do not run Pixie Plate. I don't know what these things tend to run, but luckily we do outspeed it. Go for the Ice Beam. He lives on what must be a sliver of HP. Misses the Air Slash, which we would have stomached, and because we are faster, maybe it was a speed tie. Let me know down below in the comments, Alto, because I'm curious. That might have been a speed tie, and that definitely could have been a problem because Flinch Kiss is insane. Latios is his last mon. I do have to stomach a turn of Hail plus whatever it wants to go for. Hitmontop will die to it, but I do have Jocko in the back, so Jocko seals this game. So, an update of an update, okay? So, to check out the previous update, it's in the showdown video at like 7 or 8 minutes. I talk about everything. I talk about the capture board not working. Long story short, it was the USB cord, USB ports on the back of my main gaming laptop. Now, I thought those were the only 3.0 ports I had, and none of them worked, so I just assumed that the covert dock was not getting power to the Elgato through the Blue 3.0 USB port. Long story short, those USB ports are gone, and my school laptop actually has 4 of those 3.0s. I thought they only had to be blue and not gray, but luckily they work. So I plugged it into my other computer, and as you see, it works perfectly. So again, thanks for Angel of the Night for all that time spending helping me and getting me everything, getting it all together, for all the stuff you've done for me. My God. And that has enabled me to bring in Jocko here and go for this Ice Beam and finish this off. Thank you guys so much for that battle. Thank you, Alto, if you guys want to battle. Thank you guys for the battle stream. It was very successful for what it was. And it's the 31st day of this channel. This is just over a month at 50 watch hours and 34 subs. Thank you guys so much. I'll check you guys out in the next one. Everything is in working order. Thank you guys. I'll see you then. Take care.